Miss Kiki, back again. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So, what is going on with these doggone kids, yo? Have y'all seen these kids straight wilding out? Like, they're fighting the teachers. I saw one where the girl comes up and it was a girl. I know it didn't look like it, but it was a girl. And the girl came up and literally punched the teacher dead in her jaw. I seen another one where a girl had threw some water on a teacher or something, and the teacher was just kind of stunned. Another where two girls, I mean, they just like beat the teacher up, like hair pulling, I mean, just wilding completely out. And I am appalled. Like, who was raising these kids? So everyone was so upset with actually fighting a student, but I was like literally pushed to his complete limit. I mean, straight berated, just talked down to by I don't know if they say he was 14 or 16 years old. I'm not sure. I will put the link in the description box so you guys can actually check it out and comment and see exactly what I'm talking about. I know that one happened a week ago, but they're steady coming up, and I'm just like, I mean, I know school hasn't been in that long, but yo, like, what is going on with these kids? So what are you guys doing with your kids to discipline? You know what I'm saying? So let's just talk a little bit about this discipline situation. Are we disciplining our kids? I know now it's a big thing, like if you hit them, it's a problem, you know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think that you should have to actually physically hit your child to get the point across. However, I do believe that discipline is extremely prevalent, like period. It's necessary. Extra chores, taking away of allowances, if your kids get allowance, I don't know. I know that one happened a week ago, but they're steady coming up, and I'm just like, I mean, I know school hadn't been in that long, but yo, like, what is going on? If you have to spank their booties, like, what y'all do? What do y'all do to actually discipline your children? I just want to know. Like, I talk to my kids, they understand, like, when I am extremely upset, they can read my face, and as y'all can tell, like, I use my face, like, I'm sorry. But what do you know? What do you guys do? That's really what I'm really trying to figure out, because if these kids are going to school and they're acting like that toward their teachers who are adults, someone's raising these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're raising them. So at what point do we lose respect for adults? Like, let's get that. That's number one. When do we lose respect? My mom always taught us, like, respect an adult, like, period. Like, and if you didn't understand, or if you challenged what they were saying, or you felt like you wanted to challenge what they were saying, you would say, oh, due to respect, blah blah blah, I disagree, and then we can have that discussion. Now, listen, we didn't get to that level until we were almost grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like 10, I'll do the respect. No. It wasn't like that. We were like almost grown when we were able to make kind of decisions for ourselves, and we were able to just let them know, like, hey, I disagree. Look, what can we do to come to some type of compromise? Yeah, so it wasn't like that back in the day. Back when I was coming up in elementary and high, because my school went from elementary straight to high school. Like, it wasn't like a middle school or whatever. But we still had corporal punishment, honey. And they were trying to beat some ass. You know what I'm saying? I actually got kicked off the basketball team, and if y'all knew me back in 7th grade, I forgot what I did or what I got in trouble for. And Coach Manson, hey Coach Manson, Love you. I still love you. He's so sweet. But Coach Mansell was trying to paddle me, and I was not going. I'm like, you're not gonna hit me with no board. Like, absolutely not, sir. And I had to be like 12, 13 years old. And I'm like, no. And yeah, he said, well, you are kicked off the basketball team. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So my mom ended up being the girl chaperone of the team. So I was going on the team anyway, and I ended up being the manager. I mean, I was going on the games anyway, so I ended up being the manager of the girls basketball team. So it kind of worked out for me because I was still going. Nonetheless, yeah, they still had corporal punishment back in the day, which meant that a teacher could, or the principal, the coach, could beat your ass with a paddle. Like, you get 3 licks, 1 to 3 licks, and I was getting 0 licks. 0. Did you see 0? I was getting none. So I'm like, y'all need to talk to my mom, call my mom, and that's what it's gonna be. I'd rather my mom discipline me than some grown man hit me with a board. They wasn't fighting. They was, you know, paddle. And if you're in a sorority or fraternity, those paddles. I'm not in one, so I'm just saying all those paddles that y'all see like on their walls and stuff, like those were the type of boards that they were actually using back in the day. Also, so yeah, and then it was also a time where it took a village, what they say, a village to raise a child. And if your neighbor saw you cutting up, or a teacher or something knew your mom or whatever, like they would call your mama real quick, or your mom like, hey, yeah, you go ahead and paint her, or take her to the side, or pull her out the, you know what I'm saying, and they will pull you out of class. Like, it wasn't like this. So my theory is, are these the kids that's cutting up? Are these the ones that, you know, were born to those badass kids in school, and these are their spawns, and so now they're really off the charts? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. What do y'all think? Because it's got to stop. Like, we have to somehow get this discipline back in the schools, respect back. And I'm not saying that adults are not wrong. I will never say that. I'm an adult, and sometimes I'm wrong, so I would never say that. However, what I am saying is that we have got to talk to our children and let them know what's inappropriate and what's appropriate. Like, you cannot go to school acting a fool. There are channels to this. You know what I'm saying? You can actually go talk to the principal, talk to your guidance counselor. If that doesn't work, talk to your parent, i.e. me, because I'm calling meetings with everybody. You know what I'm saying? In a most respectable manner possibly. I will go to the school. Hey, I need to speak with so-and-so, because I've done it before. You know what I'm saying? When I don't understand something, because we are a partnership, let's get something clear. Your school, the parent, and the school, you're partners. We work together to bring up this child. You know what I'm saying? So we need to have that mindset that we are partners in this. We don't fight the school. We don't need to fight the school. Like, especially, let's get something clear. These kids are getting free education. Most of these kids that are acting fools are getting complete free education. And you have the audacity to go and fight a teacher who is underpaid and overworked. It really burns me up, because I have friends that are teachers, and they may not express it, you know what I'm saying, like publicly, like their frustration. However, they're underpaid, and you have the audacity to come in there and sock a teacher in the face. Girl, that got my blood boiling again. I'm sorry, y'all. It really irritated me, because it just, you have to know the struggle. They have a struggle. Like, first of all, they have a love for kids and to want to make a change in society, because they're raised in society. The struggle is that these kids are not being disciplined, and they're not coming up, you know, I'm not gonna say correctly, however, they're not coming up with standards and values that they're able to actually go to a public place and execute. Like, sit down, get your education, read a book, you know, network with your classmates, and go home and study and do well in life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm sorry. I just, when I get a little irritated, I get a little itchy. I'm sorry. Sorry. But they don't have that ability to do that. And I just want to know, what are we doing? Like, we got to reevaluate some things as parents. Like, we have to actually get to the point where we can have a dialogue with these children and let them know that it's wrong. If you don't agree with what your teacher is telling you or doing to you, hey, talk about it. It is completely inappropriate to punch a teacher, period. It's completely inappropriate to berate a teacher, cuss a teacher out, go ham on a teacher, do all these things to an adult, let alone your teacher, your educator. It's not right. So stop it. We have to teach these kids that. We have to teach them it's a process. Everything is a process. Everything is in moving order. Like, moving order. It's not hard. It's not hard. Coach Manson used to say, you don't know the setup. He used to say that all the time. It used to be so hilarious. Like, oh, you don't know the setup. You need to get the setup, you know. And so you don't understand what that means when you're 16, 17, you know, 15, whatever, like way back then, 12, 13, 14. You don't understand that, right? But when you get to be 30-something, you're like, okay, so I got the setup. I got the setup, Coach Manson. Like, word up. I do. And my heart goes out to these people who are having to go into this classroom on a daily basis and not know what's going to happen, not know who's going to attack them, not know who's going to come in and just think that they're grown today. I mean, I know that the hormones are raging. I get it. But it's so inappropriate. And sidebar, y'all may have gone and disagreed with everything that one guy did. Again, his name and all that will be in the link in the description box. But he was not, I don't, in my humble opinion, I don't think that he was wrong, period. I think he could have possibly left the room when I got some assistance or something like that. But it's like something clicked in that man's mind. And it took him back to like 1975 when he was in high school. And he was like, so this what you want? You want this? Oh, you do? Okay. So what's up? You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah. Okay, so he probably didn't have to beat the little boy like that. However, he gave that boy something that he should have been getting a long time ago from his family or his parents or his somebody to let him know that that is completely inappropriate. And my saying is always the same. Like, either you can discipline your children at home or people outside the house will discipline your children. And that's not the way that you want it to go, because Exhibit A, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all be good, y'all be cool. Let me know what y'all do to discipline your children, what's right, what's wrong, what you think it is. I know some social workers out there is like, yeah, I want to see what y'all gonna write, but yeah, I mean, discipline is discipline, you know what I'm saying? If you spank, you spank. Hell, my mom beat the hell out of us. Like, we came from a real Black mama, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, she did not, what is it called, spare the rod and spoil the child? Yeah, she did not spare that rod. I mean, I don't know how it go, but she tore her ass up. That's what it was. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Trying to build friendship online. And I'll see you guys next time.